felt it, and it's official. Brainrot is the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year. Oxford defines brain rot as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of overconsumption of material, particularly online content, considered to be trivial or unchallenging.
Brain rot.
Brain rot.
Brain rot content.
As a Gen Z, have you been feeling forgotten? Or have you been struggling with memory and concentration issues? Or even with diminution in creativity? You're not alone. Let's jump in the internet world and understand what is the phenomenon that follow the meme generation.
The timeline of Brainrot don't exist, but the first famous of the word is an old bullshit book from 1954, relating to potatoes instead of the short, repetitive videos we see today. But things evolve with technology, and so did Brainrot. We have two kings of Brainrot, OG Brainrot and the Gen Alpha Brainrot, or Brainrot as we know it, with many things like Skibidi Toilet and Family Guy videos. Brainrot don't have an exact starting date, but many argue something that has existed ever since the early 2000s and became widely recognized in 2024.
To understand Brainrot, we must look back to the early days of internet memes. Before the term itself became part of the online vocabulary, one of the first signs of its phenomenon was the Nine Cat meme. A looping animation of a pixelated cat with a rainbow trail, set to an endlessly repetitive tune and flashy colors. Many consider it an early example of Brainrot, due to its hypnotic and overstimulating nature. Today, the same essence appears in Minecraft parkour videos or Subway Surfers that appears on TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts behind any other short and other video. These clips feature repetitive movements, fast-paced edits, and vibrant visuals, mirroring the same mind-numbing yet addictive quality as Nine Cat. Whether it's 2011 or 2025, the core of Brainrot remains content designed to be absolutely repetitive and visually overwhelming, and is strangely captivating.
Imagine a world where information comes in quick, superficial, and challenging doses. Short videos, memes, infinity feeds, an avalanche of stimuli that overloads the brain, repeatedly activating the dopamine reward circuit. A vicious cycle that's seeking instant gratification. This is the perfect scenario for the phenomenon known as brain rot. And the effects are profound. The ability to concentrate diminishes, short-term memory impaired, and processing complex information becomes a challenge. To make matters worse, multitasking behavior, so common among young people, intensifies its effects. After all, the human brain did not evolve to handle multiple tasks simultaneously. It was shaped to seek focus, to dive deeply into activities that require full attention. But it doesn't stop here. Sleep deprivation, worsened by prolonged device use before bed, interferes with cognitive and emotion regeneration. Sedentary behavior associated to excessive screen time also harms brain health. After all, physical activity is essential for increasing blood flow to the brain and improving its functions. The popularization of the term brain rot was driven by a new combination of cultural, technological, and social factors. The explosive increase in the consumption of fast and superficial digital content, such as video on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, made the concept widely recognized. These activities, which involve scrolling through endless feeds or consuming sensationalist news, generate mental and cognitive exhaustion that the term accurately describes.
After COVID pandemic, a series of studies would be carried out seeking to study then impacts of the concepts of fabrics cell points. Regarding your focus, your ability to concentrate. Do you feel Titan cell point has changed your ability to receive news from around you? It has hindered your ability to provide.
On average, I usually spend between 8, 9, and even 10 hours on my cell phone. This date was higher during quarantine, when I spent up to 12 hours on my cell phone.
I spend between 8 and 10 hours a week too, but during the pandemic, I spent practically the whole day. I can't quantify it at the moment, but I spent a lot of time and it ended up changing a lot of things on my life.
Due to the high daily average amount that you expend consuming short videos on your cell phone, do you feel harmed by this? Can you watch entire film, for example?
Usually, when I put some movie on to watch alone or with my friends, I can watch the first 10 minutes, but after that, I just take my phone and start watching TikTok videos or playing games. So usually I can't watch it completely.
I really like movies, but whenever I watch them, I end pick up my phone to see a little thing here and there, so I always end up missing a bite of the movie.
Acabo perdendo alguns minutinhos de filme.
As soon as you pick up your cell phone, what is when you wake up after leaving a meet, finish a class, what's the first you do? Which is the first app or then on that catch your attention then most eyes unless are locked then depths.
I can easily pay attention to some important things, but I also have trouble paying attention to others. But in general, I always try to concentrate, even with my phone in my hand.
My relationship with this blur is similar to hers, but I think I do important things using my cell phone. So I do both things simultaneously.
Due to excessive consumption, do you prioritize shorter or longer videos? Do you usually watch things on YouTube and Netflix, which usually have longer videos, or do you prefer to watch TikTok and Instagram, which have shorter videos?
I generally prefer short videos over 10 minutes to hour videos because I find this information in them to be more concise and the amount of information more dynamic.
I also prefer short videos. For example, when I study through video lessons, I always choose to watch a 1 minute video instead of the minute one. I can think an obvious explanation for this.
The problem. The problem of brain rot consumption is the decline of the brain activity, which includes a lack of creativity, shorter attention spans, and finally, exquisitely, the inability to think properly. And even worse, students are using AI websites to make brain rot videos to quote unquote learn their school's content. At face value, this looks great. They are turning something bad into a learning method. But they won't have enough stimulation while reading books, so this actually worsens their brain and can injure it.
To conclude this documentary, it is important to give our viewers tips on how to prevent and recover from brain rot. One of the most effective methods against this condition is to limit remote use, but encouraging conversation with other people in person, reading books, and practicing your hobbies also improve your quality of life.